Fatman is the second film from director, for other names, but they did a really great debut with Small Town Crime, which had a great cast, dark storyline and tone, great action sequences. So I wanted to see their follow-up film, which is called Fatman. It stars Mel Gibson as Kris Kringle. He is a overweight sort of misanthrope. He is Santa Claus, but lately children are being naughty, so he's not allowed to give them, presents. He has to give them coal, so it's a vicious cycle. There's less kids wanting to be good, and less toys are being made, so less money's being made. He has a government subsidy, but he's not able to hit the quota because too many naughty kids. So his factory, all of his employees are having a slump. Meanwhile, there's this rich kid who's a bit of a brat. Not a bit of a brat. In fact, he's probably like the worst nightmare. He's like Ethan Couch on steroids, but he's basically he forges his grandmother's checks in order to hire a hitman to intimidate a classmate so he can win a contest. And then he gets a lump of coal for Christmas that year, so he decides to hire that same hitman to kill Santa Claus. So Santa Claus and his elves are sort of on a slump, so they decide to take a government contract in order to get some money just to survive that year. And meanwhile, the hitman infiltrates them and has a big climactic finale. So Fatman is pretty interesting concept-wise. It's pretty cool to see like the world building of the elves, eating pie for lunch because they have to eat a lot of calories. They live differently. And there's this sort of lore with like Santa toys have the official logo on it, so they're worth more. And there's like this, Walton Goggins plays a really interesting, gung-ho sort of assassin character who had his own sort of, backstory, and he has his own personal grudge against Santa. But other than that, though, no one else really has much character development. It's sort of like the entire movie is just sort of like, it's sort of just like filler, or not filler, but it's like stalling until you can have that big finale at the end of the movie. So not much happens. Just, we just basically watch it. It's just basically taking Santa Claus, giving him a more grounded, take in reality, and showing him to be like a blue-collar worker with like factories and employees and stuff. And it's interesting to see all those elements, but it doesn't have any Christmas spirit. It does have a couple cool shootouts at the end, but overall, it's not particularly funny. It's a little bit thrilling because of the action. It's gritty, but yeah, there's no character development really. It's not really thematic or anything, but overall it's still interesting. But yeah, Fatman is okay. I guess you could probably check it out if you're into something a little bit different and weird around Christmas time. So I give Fatman a 6 out of 10.